Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 13 of Mondayish. Unlucky for some, it's unlucky for me because I'm sick at the moment. But we're continuing on, aren't we, Dave?
Look, it's better late than never, Jim. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Spotify, podcast services, all that kind of thing. It's good. We're here. Episode 13. I'm going to say lucky, but
Baker's
Jim,
dozen.
I'm going to start off just because I've never had your stream on in the background when we're recording these before. Like, I've always had it on a different screen, so I can't see it. I didn't realize you mirror me. Like,
Yeah, so we look at so we can look at each other.
Super Nintendo World is repus, and I'm not going to do the rest. But
yeah, because that way we're looking at each other when we talk, Dave.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I just never realized that, so I was just looking at it going, there's something weird about my jumper here.
You've obviously never watched this on YouTube, then.
I watch it in the background. I don't know. There's a real thing there where if someone was to get into my car and a podcast comes on and they go, "Is this you?" I sound like the most narcissistic person in the world if I'm listening to my own opinion while driving the car.
But I keep telling people we have opinions and we want people to hear them, even if the people hearing them are us.
Yeah, it's it. That's it. If no one else will listen to me rant, at least I've got you, Jim.
That's it. 100%. I do want to know though, Dave, what have you been playing lately?
Oh, we got to start with the same as always. I love that the chat is all just typing Super Nintendo World backwards now.
It's doing my head in. Like I am not well enough to just decipher this backwards text.
In the beautiful world of Nepaj. What have I been playing? It's been a Pokemon weekend for me, man. I've really been cruising. So what we did on stream, which those that have been hanging out in stream would have enjoyed, has been Pokemon ROM hack. It's a ROM hack of Fire Red called Celia's Stupid ROM Hack. It's fantastic.
I love that title.
I am adoring it. It's so well made. It is the dumbest jokes. It's silly references. Like one whole chapter is just a reference to Twitch Plays Pokemon and things like that. The Team Rocket is Team DMCA, and they just talk about copyright strikes and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really great. 2 parts in. We're at chapter 3. I'm adoring it. Come catch it next time I play it. Go check out the YouTube VODs over on my YouTube channel. Just because, we're loving it. I think chat is just really, really enjoying it. I'm in a bit of a ROM hack kick at the moment.
Does it talk about the there was that Twitch channel years ago that basically let the fish play Pokemon?
Oh, yeah, that was Point Crow. Point Crow's fish, and who also beat Elden Ring, which I think is the more impressive fish-based speed run.
Fish beat Elden Ring?
Yes.
That doesn't sound real.
I legit. We'll look at it at some point. Maybe we'll see if Jim can beat Elden Ring. That'll be the Mondayish equivalent of it.
It'll be a week-long Mondayish. No breaks. No sleep in the background.
No. So there's lots of it. We're very early in, but we're really, really enjoying it. It's just stupid humor. Like, every bookshelf you read has the same story, but there's 2 sprites of bookshelves. There's a normal one, and then there's like a half one. If you click a half one, it only reads half the book. Like all the words are cut in half and things like that. And it's just dumb little humor like that. So very much enjoying that. And the other one that I've been playing off stream and going back because I'm trying to get out ahead on my game of the year sort of discussions and thoughts and all that kind of thing. Because one of us has to be organized. I've been back on Pokopia. I put another few hours into Pokopia, and that game is so good. Like it's just so well made. Like I adore Dragon Quest builders, and I am just having so much fun in it. Jeb's been enjoying watching it on the couch because she looks over and I'm like an hour deep into building a little house for my Pokemon. Like I'm fully into it again, and it's really quite fun.
Oh yeah.
How about yourself, man? What have you been playing?
So, I mean, there's obviously Slow Talk, which I'll talk about a bit more in a bit, but I started playing on stream last week, Tales of the Shire, and it's not the game I wanted it to be, I think is probably the most The thing I could say about it, like, because I have taken deep dives into Lord of the Rings lore, particularly around hobbits, and
Mm.
they are bitchy country folk, man. Like hobbit politics is like that's what I want. That's what I wanted this game to be. I wanted to be like see Bilbo giving the middle finger metaphorically to the Sackville Bagginses and stuff like that. But it ends up being everything cooking. And like I
Yeah.
was just like I'm not really here for that. Like, and there's little bits of house decorating as well, but like, there's just not enough there to keep me going with it. Like, I really wanted the politics, where I could the passive aggressiveness of which hobbits to invite to a party and which ones you were going to piss off and things like that. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be continuing with it because it just wasn't quite what I wanted from it as a game.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna level with you, Jim. When you said that you were playing it last week, I was like, "Oh, I don't know if that's a Jim game," based on
Mm,
the old the conversations we've had around cozy games in the
yeah.
past on this podcast. But yeah, no, that sounds about fair. It's pretty similar. Jep was on the couch earlier, leans over to me, goes, "Hey, would I like this game?" And all right, we know Jeppy. She's a cozy gamer. She is about 60 hours into Tomodachi life at this point.
Mm,
And that kind of thing. Enter the Gungeon was on the Switch as the would I enjoy this? And it's like, oh, absolutely not. And
yeah.
Jep's offended. Jeppy is offended that I said that, but I think people might back me up here when I say that. And hello, Nix, welcome in as well.
Yeah, I have to say that, yeah, Enter the Gungeon is not one I would picture Jeppy playing. Sorry, Jeppy. I'm with Dave on this one.
Jeffy's going, it looks so cute. I'm like, oh mate,
It's
let's chuck on a stream VOD and we can watch it and you can see what the game's actually like.
mm,
Uh
yeah.
so yeah, no, it's gonna be an interesting one around
Mm.
here. I don't
But
know, like Tales of the Shire looked cute, but everything I read about it when it came out was that it was pretty underwhelming. Is that sort of like it not very deep, or what do you reckon?
yeah, that's what I was getting from it. Like, and even bits like, so one of the things early on to do is like you've got some vegetable plots there that you can grow stuff in, and I didn't really like I couldn't really work out how to make things grow other than plant it and water it, and then days would pass and maybe it would come good. But like I think I had 3 day night cycles and whatever was there didn't come ripe for me to pick. And then I got to a point in the tutorial section of it where it said you have to wait a certain time, because I think the first bit is like a lot of the first part of the game is, are we actually a town type thing? And so you have to find the book that says the official rules of being a town. And then when you find that, someone has to come out and assess it. So now I'm at a point where you have to wait for the assessor to show up. And I thought, oh, I'll just go to bed. Oh, I can't go to bed in the middle of the day to fast forward the passage of time. You've got
Yeah, of course.
to wait until, and then I looked around for other things to do. And I'm just like, I don't actually know what to do now. Like I've put vegetable seeds in my planter patches and I've watered them and I can't pick them yet. And yeah, it didn't seem like it was something that I could progress at that point, and it was a little weird.
It's have you played Stardew Valley? I suppose that's
I
gonna be my starting point here.
I haven't. I've cozy games. Probably the most popular cozy game I've played is Palia.
Yeah, okay. Well, Paleo no, Paleo doesn't. Stardew Valley, Room Factory, all those ones, you plant them and they do take, like, 8 days to grow, and in that time, you're meant to go do other shit. Like, make friends with town, go mining, go fishing,
Hmm.
level up your cooking, all that kind of stuff. Um,
And that's
I'm
okay
gonna level with you, man. It doesn't sound I don't place you in the cozy game, enjoyer category
no,
for
and
it'd have to
in
be a
fairness,
special one, I think.
like I played. There was one recently that came up free on Epic, and I forget what it was called. It was like Haven Dock or something. It was called, and I played one session of that. But my one session was like 4 or 5 hours, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for that stretch of time because it was a game I got for free and like it didn't worry me. And even Parlia, like that was a free to play game, but I got right into that. Like I played that for a month solid when that came out. And I enjoyed it because there was enough to do and there was enough of a mystery in the story to keep me coming back for the very little
sure.
story that it had. Okay.
Yeah, no, I get that. And the ones that you've enjoyed are ones that don't have time. And time gates are a thing that everyone has their limit. For me, it's real life time game. You know,
Mm.
like I adore a game like Stardew, Rune Factory, Story of Seasons, all those kind of games. I just really, really get deep into them until I hit the point where I'm done with them. Like I'll play them for days at a time, and then one day I'll put it down and never return to that game. And it's not because I got sick of it. It's just like it just leaves somewhere. But I can't stand things like Animal Crossing, where you are actually capped at what you can do in a day.
Mm.
Cozy Grove was a really cute one, like all these bears and all this kind of thing. It's really cute. But you hit a point where you just have to stop for the day or do your time forward. It's like Pocopia. I was hitting limits of, okay, come back tomorrow. And Jep was going, I'll just skip your time forward. It's like, I don't like doing that.
Mm.
Like, so it's one of those, like, if I do it once, I will do it forever. It's like, my time at Porsche, the first one of those series. Great games. Don't think you'd like them, but great games.
I see. And here's the thing: I played my time at Sandrock, and I loved it. I loved it because there was enough to keep you going during the day. Like you could go and pick up your crafting missions and start working on them, and there was stuff you could do there was enough you could do during the day cycle that it occupied that stamina level that you had. And yeah, and there was also once again, like if there's a hint of a story, and like my time at Sandrock was kind of post-apocalyptic in its setting, but in a cozy game.
What do you mean kind of? It's 100% post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. and there was that story going through about what happened and these other things that were happening, and once, even though it kind of drip fed you stuff, it was still interesting enough to keep me going. JP, I can't remember who I dated in my time at Sandrock. It's been that long since I played it. But I enjoyed it because there was enough to do that kept me coming back to it.
No, that's good. It's so yeah, what I did ask, that was where I tangented off a little bit. When I was playing through my time at Porsche, I figured out how to duplicate items.
Oh.
It was really easy. Like it was really, really, really easy. It kind of ruined the game for me because it was one of those things that now I knew how to do it. I just did it all the time. I was like, I've realized I don't have that self-control. And it's the same as I think if I started playing Animal Crossing or Pocopia and let myself time skip, I'm going to time skip again and again and again and again. So it's one of those, I'm just like, no, I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah. I did that in Animal Crossing with the what was that premium currency called that they had? Like
the turnips.
The turnips, yeah. And like I was on the turnip exchange and like would do the thing where I altered the Switch's internal clock so I could go to the best day that had the price for the turnips and that sort of thing. And yeah, until you made the mistake of going too far forward and then your turnips died and shit like that.
No, that's it. It's a slippery slope kind of thing. And that's where I know myself because, like, as the audience knows, as anyone who's seen me play certain games, for those who don't know, I'm an engineer. That is my career outside of all this kind of stuff. I am very about like making things streamlined. I like identifying things where we can be more efficient than that. So when I find something like that, that can be a very slippery slope of just going, well, I've earned this, like, oh, I need 8 of this item. Well, I've managed to work to get 1. May as well just give myself the other 7 because I've shown that I can do it. Like, yeah. I proved that it works. So it's one of those, it's like, I'm very much, I can't allow myself to cheat in games until I'm done.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's one like, I adore Satisfactory and Factario and things like that. I struggle with Minecraft because I hit points of just going, I should just I should just spawn myself a diamond pickaxe. That's not really cheating. 100% is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
it's these interesting bits like that where like, and here's the thing, like I'm okay with cheating. Like there are some games where I'm
In game.
so yes, well, sometimes not even that. Like it
Oh, and
depends.
hockey as well. Jesus.
Yeah, well, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm okay with single player experience games cheating. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're using hacks, get out of here.
Yeah,
But it's things like I as a younger person, I always used to have like an action replay or something like that, where you'd go in a game genie and you'd go in and you'd change the hex values, particularly with JRPGs, because sometimes I just could not be bothered with the grinding, but I wanted to see how the story played out. Like, and in particular, like years, like when I first got a PlayStation, the OG PlayStation, I had Final Fantasy VII, and I played it and loved it. No cheating at this point. And I played it. I got back onto the third disc because there was 3 discs in this set, and I got back into Midgard. One, I got stuck there because there was a boss fight that I couldn't get past, and you couldn't go back the other way to go and grind.
Oh, the old days, yeah.
Yeah, and then my PlayStation and memory card got stolen, so like I couldn't do it. So then I just never went back to finish it. And then like not being, I don't have a PlayStation 5 these days, well, or at all. But like then I went and played Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, and I finally gone, you know what, I should probably go back and finish Final Fantasy VII just to see how that ended. Like I knew the broad strokes of it because I'm a person on the internet that's got access to YouTube. But I want to play this through with the story. I don't particularly care about the gameplay, so I cheated. So I cheated in a single player game because I just wanted to get through the story.
Straight to jail.
Yeah, straight to jail, of course. Yeah.
No. Oh, look, I get that. It's the same, and you're right that JRPGs are a real one for it. Of you know, Pokemon. I do a lot of Pokemon ROM hacks and things like that, altered versions of Pokemon, and I will always give more points to one that just gives me an infinite rare candy. You know, just go, here is where your level should be, but here is a thing that lets you level up however much you want. The one we're playing at the moment doesn't have, actually, no, it does have an infinite one. We just got it. So it's just one that's just like, here's the level you're meant to be. Don't worry about grinding. Like, yes, we want you to go into everything. So remove just some of that point where some ROM hacks even like reduce the amount of experience you get so that you have to grind more. And it's like, grinding is not fun.
No. Grinding is not the fun thing in games. It's why I'm always appreciative of, and like I go to this as my gold standard of accessibility in games, but Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, like the way that game had like its default easy, medium, hard difficulties, but also let you alter things. Like I'm shit at parrying. I can't parry to save my life. So I could still have the enemies hitting harder, the enemies having more health, but make the parry timer bigger. And like, to me, that sort of accessibility and ability to change things so minute in the game made for a really great time.
No, that's absolutely it. And to answer Yin's question before I follow up on your point, it's a Pez dispenser, which I think is even better. So those kind of features and settings are so cool. There's a new game coming out. It's not quite out. It's coming out soon, which I think does it almost perfectly. And it's a company called Yacht Club Games. For those who know the game, the company they're immediately jumping to, they know exactly what game it is.
I was going to say, that's Shovel Knight, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And their new game coming out, Mina the Hollower, is basically 2D Legend of Zelda crossed with Bloodborne, is the way it's been described to me. Like hard 2D Legend of Zelda, cool story, all that kind of stuff. But it's got so many accessibility features to the point they call them easier, harder, weird.
Yeah.
So there's things like, you know, do you want the game to be easy? Do you want to be able to do save points wherever? Do you want to not lose your souls when you die? All that kind of thing. Or do you want the parries to be easier, or do you want parries to be harder? Do you want parries to be like a one-frame trick or things like that? To the point of, do you want all the floor to be lava? Like, do you want to just play through the game and see if you can get through while there's no floor and things like that? And I think it's so cool because it lets people build the challenge that they want, you know?
Well, you look at like Mario Maker was huge. Mario Maker 1 was so huge. And I think one of the core things around that was the 100 Mario challenge. And and there was a limit on I forget how many levels it was you had to finish. I think it was, yeah, I honestly can't remember how many levels it was, but you could finish it. And then when Mario Maker 2 came out, they got rid of that mode and brought in an endless challenge, and it killed it. Like there were other things that killed Mario Maker 2 as well. Like there are still people that play it, but it's not as big as Mario Maker 1 was. But that idea that all of a sudden you have an endless challenge rather than something that you could finish, it took away the challenge from it. It took away from something that could be done on stream or could be done in a sitting, that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. And it's an interesting one because Mario Maker and Mario Maker 2, I have put so many hours into it. And as everyone's saying, they're sort of relatively dead now. I think a big thing that actually hurt too, you're right that the being endless and that hurt it. Another part was very much, I think, that Nintendo was a bit overprotective of the game. You know, if there was any weird design glitches or things like that, Nintendo would take the level down.
Yeah.
Because I did a lot of troll playthroughs and things like that, Kaizo and all that, and it's so much fun seeing what they could build with it. But yeah, Nintendo was very like, no, none of that. Stop that. How dare you?
To the point where, because in Mario Maker 1, you could upload a level and Nintendo could take that level down, but you would still have that level on your Switch. But in Mario Maker 2, if Nintendo chose to get rid of a level that you uploaded, it disappeared off your Switch as well, which was super annoying.
Oh, look, it was a weird time because back when I streamed it, we used to have to download levels, take the Switch offline, and then play the levels. Like you had to basically coordinate with the person that made the level and go, okay, I'm uploading the level for the next hour. Anyone who wants it, jump in and download it. So it was a time. Like it was an interesting time, but I dream of a Mario Maker 3. I really do. I like games have a shelf life, and unfortunately, as the community moves away, you start to lose that. But I'm very keen for a 3. Imagine they added 64 as one of the options as well.
Oh, that was
build 3D levels.
Look, it's something that I kind of want, but also kind of dread, because you see the hot garbage that gets in Mario Maker with 2D at the moment. Imagine that in a 3D space.
It's always going to be like digging for treasure in a lot of garbage. Like much like finding a good podcast. Subscribe anywhere you watch podcasts, Mondayish. But no, it's be such a cool thing. But what I used to love about that was that any level you play through had to be beaten by the person who made it. Like that at least made it, I don't know if fair is the right word, but you couldn't get a level that wasn't beatable. Maybe it's beatable in some stupid way, but it was always going to be beatable.
Dev exit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's like I as a Nintendo love hater, because I definitely have a love-hate relationship with Nintendo. I really do want Mario Maker 3, and like they've got these mouse controls now for the Switch too. It's a perfect game for mouse controls.
Absolutely. For making the levels of that, it would be so good. And I know you say it'd be hot trash. Just imagine a Nintendo Direct is like Super Mario Maker 3 and the pause and then just D ? It'd be like 3D Mario Maker. You're in. Like that is just, it writes itself.
Yeah.
Like if they were like, well, we need to make something new to make the next Mario Maker, that is the answer. It would be trash. But there would be some phenomenal levels in it.
There would be, but also like I feel they need to do something slightly different, because the thing that they did with Mario Maker 2, which was there was no support. There was no extra items that came. There was no other backgrounds. There was nothing like that.
Mm.
Whereas Mario Maker 1, like, I don't know if you remember when Mario Maker 1 released, but there were
Yeah,
no
100%.
checkpoints. No checkpoints.
No, absolutely.
And then so they brought that out and they added a few items to it, and that was great. And even like this is an opportunity for Nintendo for DLC for a game as well. Like even paid DLC. It's something that
Sure.
I think it's something that people would go for, or even do what they
I
do and attach it to their online program.
Yeah. The issue with a DLC would be that it would have to be the DLC that lets someone make it,
Yeah,
but you don't need the DLC to play it or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
'cause if you
100%. Yeah.
if you split that audience, the game dies immediately. Because like the hardcore people have it, but like anyone new doesn't get to play half the new levels.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, even Fall Guys had level editor, and again, it wasn't great, but like it was the start of something.
And like I'm kind of a little bit hopeful, particularly now that we've got another Star Fox, well, the same Star Fox game coming. But like there was that bit in the Mario Galaxy movie where Bowser Jr. was basically constructing castle
Yeah,
defenses
100%.
in Mario Maker. You know, like that kind of gives me a little bit of hope for that.
Oh, look, they know it exists.
Mm.
It's one that like it still has a following, you know? Like it's definitely a smaller following, but there is
But
definitely more. There's still people that would jump on a 3. Like if it came out, I'd be on it immediately.
yeah,
No
100%.
question.
And if nothing else, the lack of support for Mario Maker 2 has forced those the people that make levels into making Mario World ROM hacks, and I think
That's
that's
it.
seen a lot of creativity pop up there.
Oh, 100%. The people that go from playing Mario Maker to learning Lunar Magic and making full ROM hacks is remarkable.
Yep. Well, I think that's about all the time we have for tonight, Dave. I did enjoy that little chat, particularly around the cozy games, and yeah, how they're not usually my game, but I also like I have an eclectic taste in games. I'm going to say that. Like
We'll
there
get
is
you
stuff
there.
I will enjoy until the exact moment I'm not, and then I'll stop playing them.
We'll get you there for sure.
Yep.
One day we'll get one.
Yep.
But no, Jim, that's been good. Thank you so much.
We should-
I really enjoyed it. Look, I love our chats. I really do.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that everyone else enjoys watching them wherever they watch or listen to podcasts.
Mm, that's
Want
it.
longer episodes?
And
Prove it.
prove it. Sub. Go and follow us everywhere. Listen to our
Watch it
our-
on every platform.
That's it. That way we'll know for sure that our audience wants that.
You've got 6.5 hours now of content to watch. That's bloody good. That's a series of TV.
Yes, but yes, don't forget, go and follow us everywhere. YouTube, we get the episodes out there. We put it on Spotify, and I think that syncs across to Apple Music, Amazon, iHeartRadio as well. So there's lots of different places you can listen to Mondayish these days.
I love that you rep the iHeartRadio every time.
I don't know why.
I think you're the only person.
Yeah, but
you are.
It kind of seems like a big thing though, because like iHeartRadio is the one that, for those in Perth, 96 FM use that. Like, or whoever I think they're owned by Kiss FM these days. So like, it's their platform, and it feels kind of cool being on a platform with a major radio station, even if every man and his dog couldn't
real
get
podcasts.
Yeah, that's it. With real radio stuff. Yeah.
No, look, it's an interesting one because I love that you say for those in Perth, when we're well aware that like more than 50% of this audience is international, or at least
even you're not in Perth. You don't listen to radio.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the radio because I'm not a boomer. It's a different thing, Jim.
I feel attacked. Right now.
All right, Twitch chat, YouTube, Spotify, podcast services, all of yous. Thank you for hanging out. From me and Jim, we're going to catch you soon. Next time on the next Monday-ish.